All right, chat. So today we got a reaction video. The man who angered Anonymous and lives to regret it. So basically, what they saying is a man made a bunch of hackers, aka Anonymous, angry, and they probably fucked his life up. Took the nigga social, put 30 businesses in his name, and filed bankruptcy. Fucked the nigga shit up. Well, we finna see what they did. I might hack some shit later on in life. Get into the reaction video. Let's do it. Oh, hold on, chat. Gotta put the heady joints. Gotta put the heady joints on. Oh, man,
The notorious hacking group Anonymous.
Anonymous is one of the biggest online vigilante groups. Members hack into companies and government.
Greetings, citizens of the world. This is a message from Anonymous.
To the 36-yard line.
Sitting on his couch in the suburbs, this man was suddenly gripped by the unusual situation he found himself in. His phone hadn't made any noises for a while. This never happened. Aaron Barr was one of those people who lived inside his phone even on the day of the biggest sporting event in the United States.
That'd be me.
He took out his phone and examined it. No new notifications. Much like when you're trying to look engrossed in your phone in a busy waiting room, he went to the email app and refreshed the page to see if it just wasn't showing up. That wasn't the case. Instead, he was greeted with the words, "Cannot get mail." Maybe the login session has expired, he thought, trying anything he
Nigga, they already in pursuit. They hacked your phone.
could to distract himself from
They
what
own
he
that.
knew to be the truth. He went to the login page and carefully typed out his password, Kebafo33.
Never do
It
that.
didn't work.
Never do that.
Barr had one of those
That probably
feelings
mirrored
you
your
get
screen.
that can't really be put into words, besides the vulgarity of your stomach dropping out of your asshole. The feeling
On God. On God. That boy stomach went to his ball sack. That boy heart went to his ball sack. Not like my heart fell to my stomach. No, and it went to your balls.
that lets you know something extremely bad just happened and you're powerless to do anything about it. You see, earlier that day, Aaron Barr had been chatting to a hacker named Topiary, who was part of the group known simply as Anonymous. This exchange was significant, but he thought he was in the clear. Only allowing himself to be gripped by the panic for a moment, he rushed upstairs to his home computer as quickly as he could. Perhaps he thought he could stem the bleeding or recover accounts before it was too late. He was wrong. He couldn't believe how wrong he was.
Bro, you can't fuck with hackers,
Accounts
bro.
that had
They hack
nothing
shit.
to do with anything
They hack shit.
were already compromised, along with ones that could end his whole career.
What?
Facebook, Twitter, Yahoo. At this stage, perhaps in a way to maintain some sanity
They got that boy X video history. That nigga better quit playing. They gonna leak what you be watching, freaky man. Freaky man.
or form of
Freaky man.
control, he even tried to log into his World of Warcraft account. That also didn't work.
Yeah, they hacked
As
nigga
anxiety
whole
and panic
shit.
once again took control, the flashing lights caught his attention. It was the router. They were now using a distributed denial of service attack to take down his home network. I'm fucked, he thought. And he was right.
Your business finally took off.
Why you just want to unplug the router then plug it back up? Simple math. Look, reset the reset. Yeah. Back to the video. Hey. Anonymous, don't hack me. I'm on y'all side. I'm on y'all side. On God. I'm on y'all side. Fuck the government. Hack them. Don't hack me.
After 2 semesters of college and the realization
Oh,
that
God.
school wasn't in his blood, Barr decided that the US Navy would be more his speed. Barr was a smart
Fuck
guy
that.
and became a
Fuck that.
officer,
Chat,
signals
I ain't going to no
intelligence
Navy.
for short,
You would never see me in the
specializing
Navy.
analytics. With deployments across the planet, he racked up years of experience in his specialization. 4 years in Japan, 3 years in Spain, time in the Ukraine, Portugal, Italy, and many more European countries. Quite the career. He spent a good portion of his time on board warships, but even dipped his toes into ground missions, being shot at in Kosovo. 12 years of this was enough to sour his attitude towards war,
Would
and
be
he
me.
retired to a quiet life as a defense contractor for a company called Northrop Grumman. He started a family and soon a new company with a security consultant by the name of Greg Hoagland. Hoagland, already running his own business called HB Gary
You
Inc.,
look sneaky.
proposed the creation of a sister company called HB Gary Federal that would specialize in selling services to the United States government under the control of Barr. A golden opportunity to apply Barr's extensive skills sharpened through
the fuck
years
is
in
Barr?
the Navy
What's Barr?
and break through the glass ceiling of being an employee. Instead, being the boss, giving him more time to spend with a wife and kids. kids. This optimism didn't last for long.
nigga cooked.
Despite sleepless nights trying to think of ways to secure contracts for HB Gary Federal,
He's
the business
cooked, I'm
wasn't
telling y'all,
bringing in
chat.
any money.
OV.
He was desperate by this point. Over a year since he took the plunge, and he could hardly pay himself and the 2 employees he had, let alone continue to expand the business. The only reason he hadn't been forced to close the company was a single contract. He was providing, quote, social media training for executives, which sounds like a guide on how to use Facebook or stay safe on Twitter, but was in fact how
Nigga, you want me to teach you how to run the social? I need 100 bands. Front end. The back end, I need 250. Cause that come with PR training, knowing what to post, knowing what to like and what not to like and repost and all that shit. 350,000 buckaroonies coming my way.
to use social networking sites to gather information and spy on people. Despite the circumstances being grim,
creepy.
Barr was not a man to give up easily.
Kinda
In
creepy.
October 2010, he began conversations with a law firm by the name of Hunton and Williams. They needed help, quote, dealing with their opponents. An example being a recent WikiLeaks link that heavily suggested they were withholding a trove of confidential data from one of their clients, a little company known as the Bank of America. This
BOA? Ooh, better quit playing. That's BOA.
was the perfect opportunity for Barr to jump into action with a PowerPoint presentation all about how he could start a disinformation campaign against WikiLeaks, any journalists that supported them or discussed the leaks, as well as perform cyber attacks on the website itself. Applying the tools of his trade further, he showed the law firm how they could gather information on the personal lives of the staff by friending them on Facebook. Despite this effort, January 2011 rolled around, and
Never
they were still
befriend your
without
coworkers
any
on
contracts.
social media.
It was
They will
time
snitch on
to
you.
do something crazy, and he had the perfect venue for it. A conference by the name of B-Sides,
Facts.
which was specifically for security professionals and being hosted in San Francisco. Barr knew that he needed a topic that would showcase his skills while being intriguing enough to ignite the
When we get to the point where he was like, what? Where's the video? You know what I'm saying? I want to see him and the hackers get into it. World War III.
interest of his peers. It just so happened that around this time, the hacker group known as Anonymous were a mainstay of mainstream media headlines. As WikiLeaks was starting to become
Y'all mind if I roll up, chat? Yeah, I don't mind.
impossible to ignore due to what
Yeah, I
they were
don't mind, let's
publishing,
do it.
major corporate entities were making
Finna
moves
roll up
to
and
try
smoke
choke
together.
the website
Okay, this
out
video
of
is
existence. Under
ass
pressure
offs.
from the US government, PayPal froze the donation accounts of WikiLeaks. Visa, MasterCard, and Western Union stopped accepting payments for the website. And according to founder Julian Assange,
I need a deal by Celsi. Celsi, I need a deal. That Astro vibe, nigga. I'm not Travis, but nigga is in Astro World. When you shut that bit and it's still here, ain't done. Now we done. Had to knock that Celsi off. Now I'm finna roll up. Why watch this bullshit ass video? Then I'm getting on Warzone and spanking shit. Let's do it.
cost them 95% of their revenue. This sparked a sort of internet war with multiple groups of hackers targeting the websites and services of companies like MasterCard and Visa as retaliation for what they were doing to WikiLeaks. A fascinating story in and of itself with a rabbit hole that goes deep enough for a separate video altogether. People across the globe were watching this situation, intrigued by the mysterious group known as Anonymous,
I remember
and
that.
Barr was no exception. He recognized this as an opportunity, the golden opportunity. While arrests had been made in connection to these cyber attacks, convictions were almost unheard of, and leadership was still out there. That is,
can't
if there even
convict
was
somebody who's
leadership.
anonymous.
No one even knew who they were looking for yet, or what the organizational structure was. Barr, however, thought he could find them. He thought he could do a better job than the FBI, using the skills taught to him in the Navy, and in the process propel his company to the front of all queues for
My bad for pausing it. Did this goofy ass nigga just think, oh, because I'm in the military, you can find a hacker group? They made for hacking. You a trained soldier, you fucking robot, you winter soldier. Get your bitch ass back in the field. You know what I mean? Leave the hacking to them niggas. Just saying. I don't advocate for hacking. Just don't hack my shit. You know what I'm saying? But we can work together to hack these other niggas. But I don't advocate for hacking in GTA. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you, what I'm saying?
for the lucrative defense contracts he was looking for. He understood the risks in chasing down a group of unknown size and power, or at least he thought he did. I mean, what's the worst they can do to him, right? Most likely just take down his website, deface it with their usual shock value messaging, including racism and many words that would get this video deleted from the internet as of 2022. And so he began his investigation, applying his tradecraft to try and infiltrate Anonymous. He started out lurking
Just 'cause you
in
trade on
online
me, you
chat
can
rooms
hack.
where
I'm a
supporters of the
trader.
group would congregate. He went by the name of AnonCog, which later became Cog Anon. He pretended to be a new
Some
Anon,
freaky
ready
shit.
to do whatever he could.
Nigga, that's like cognac.
Cog, which later became Cog Anon.
Is that cognac? Let's say cognac. That don't say cognac.
He pretended to be a new Anon, ready
Shut
to
up.
do whatever he could to assist the cause, all the while meticulously keeping track of the other users' comings and goings. There were hundreds of users active in the chat each day, though he was paying the closest attention to the people who were most active. He used fake Facebook accounts to friend anyone who openly supported Anonymous, of which there were many, and tried to time when frequent users would leave the chat, with any of those accounts immediately becoming active on Facebook. The assumption being a user would leave chat, then log on Facebook, and he could try to match real-life identities to their chat room
Man.
counterparts. Not the most sophisticated method, and definitely full of
Chat, I
holes.
doubt this
By the
nigga
end of 2011,
pitched him, bro.
however, he'd made a 20-page document of names, descriptions, and contact information for suspected supporters and even some leaders of the group Anonymous. On January 22nd, 2011, he sent out an email to business partner Hoagland, as well as co-president Penny Levy, and his own second-in-command at HB Gary Federal, Ted Vera, informing them of his impending talk at B-Sides, along with the goal. The main benefit of this would be the press attention. In what he thought was a 300 IQ move, he also leaked the information of the impending talk to a few people within Anonymous, telling
Not
them that a
WIQ.
so-called cybersecurity expert would be giving a talk about Anonymous at the conference. He even told them the name of this expert, Aaron Barr, his own name. This was
You fucking goofy. You fucking goofy. Bruh. Hacking 101. Never use a real name. Always use a VPN. Make it untraceable. Have so many different ways so they can't trace you. This fucking shaky baby. I can't say words that sound insulting. This fucking doorknob. That's what I'm gonna call him. Fucking doorknob. Matter of fact, you a worm. You fucking worm. Why the fuck your worm ass didn't know not to put your real name on there? You know what? You're a grown ass man. I can't help grown men do crimes. That's why I don't do crimes. I put my hands on LIDs. Put your hand in LID, chat. I'm innocent. Innocent until proven guilty.
both incredibly smart and incredibly stupid at the same time. This was the Hail Mary play. He was smart and
Let me go back.
incredibly stupid are his own name. This was both incredibly smart and incredibly stupid at the same time. This was the Hail Mary play. He wanted all eyeballs on him, and he was poking a very
That's
dangerous
selfish.
bee's nest under the
Selfish.
assumption he was smart enough to avoid getting stung and get away with all the honey. Along with this, he reached out to journalists prior
Mess
to
with
the
the
event to
boys, you
drum
get
up
the
even more
horns.
interest, seizing on the fact that people were very curious about the name Anonymous and directing them to his impending tour. One such journalist was Joseph Menn, a reporter from San Francisco area who worked for the
I bet.
Financial Times. Barr discussed the basic outline of the more extensive talk with Joseph about the hundreds of
You guys got hit with an ad? What game this is? I like playing video games. Mega Break, never heard of that. Fuck out of here. Never heard of a Mega Break, bitch.
basic outline of the more extensive talk with Joseph about the hundreds of participants in these cyber attacks, the structure of the organization with 10 names sitting at the very top. He suggested that Anonymous was much more organized than people thought and had a typical hierarchy with decisions coming down from this leadership. The story was printed on Friday, February 4th with the headline, "Cyber activists warned of arrest," with quotes from Barr within. This was fantastic news, and within 24 hours, the FBI was reaching out to Barr asking him if he would share his information with them. The plan had worked. It was flawless. The meeting was set Monday, the day after the Super
People are so gullible. I don't trust the fucking government or the black market. Nigga, they work together. Facts. Facts. I don't even have 100% proof that they work together. But my nigga senses are telling me the FBI, the government, The alphabet boys. We gonna call them the alphabet boys. That's all the government is. It's some bunch of alphabet boys. And the black market is not a tandem tag team match. Nigga, they the Splash Brothers. On God. Let you think you finna get away from them. They gonna hack your shit. Facts.
Super Bowl, Barr would go to meet
Bet
with the
rolling up.
FBI and turn in all he knew about Anonymous. But the FBI wasn't the only organization that had taken an interest in Barr's story. A new chat room had been set up and invites were sent out by a user known as T-Flow. Sabu, Topiary, Kayla, and T-Flow started to talk to each other, and the topic was Aaron Barr. They discussed the article printed in the Financial Times, how Barr had claimed to know the hierarchy of Anonymous, which was conceptually wrong as there was no hierarchy, meaning most of his other research was likely also wrong, but could still be dated.
Now that's what you call the bait and switch. He tried to fake him with fake information so he can get the real information. The dumbass, they hackers. They're never gonna unveil themselves. Even if you I'm one of them niggas. Even if you got me in the corner and show me the facts, I didn't do it. Prove it. We got you on camera. Nigga, that's AI. I didn't do it. Prove it. What are you talking about? Prove it. I didn't do it. It's AI. It's 2025. We heard you say it on the voice. Nigga, they got voice AI recordings too. What? We got a picture. Photoshop. Fuck what you talking about? Like what? We could tell you text her this by the way you type. ChatGPT. They figured out how I type, figured out my rhythm, and then copied it. It's all AI. It's all AI.
Dangerous to them. Even if
Oh,
the
God.
idea was wrong, the names could be right. The group very quickly got to work collecting information on Barr and his business, HB Gary Federal, including the website. Now, to highlight some irony here, HB Gary Federal existed almost entirely to assist other companies in their cybersecurity, but their own website ran on a third-party publishing system that left it open to an SQL injection. Essentially, databases store information, and structured query language, or SQL for short, was a popular way to retrieve and manipulate information within said databases. An SQL injection works by injecting commands into the server to retrieve information that should be hidden from the user. Using this method, Sabu and Kayla managed to get usernames and passwords for all employees of HB Gary, including Hoagland and their target, Barr. The passwords were
Ricky mistake. I don't even know my own passwords. A nigga can't hack me because I don't even know my own shit. You think you finna hack my account, go to my notes and be like, oh, this is nigga passwords? No, I don't even know my own password. I change my password every time I log in. That's how you beat the hackers. Facts. One up them niggas. Nigga, my bank be like, hey, what was your name of your first pet? Shit, nigga, I don't know if I put Grabber, Lilo and Stitch, or Backwoods. It's one of them. Nigga, change the password. This my social. Fuck you talking about. I ain't got time for that. Nigga, I never know. I don't even let the left hand know what the right hand doing. Because I don't even know what they doing. Fuck. I can't snitch if I don't know what's going on. That's why I forget everything I do. I supposed to be rolling up. See, I forgot I was even doing that. Back to the video.
luckily encrypted using a standard technique called MD5, and if these passwords were well made, long and complex, it would be almost impossible to crack. And this wasn't the area of expertise for this particular group. They instead took the three hashes representing passwords for Aaron Barr, Ted Vera, and another executive named Phil Wallish, and uploaded them to a web forum called hashkiller.com, which specialized in cracking passwords exactly like this. Within a couple of hours, all three hashes were cracked, one of them which looked like this. And there it was.
How do...
Cracked.
Go back.
One
I'm gonna
of
go
them
back.
which looked
How the fuck do you... Let me move my camera for y'all. Shoo. Bada boom, bada bing. Then we in groovy, groovy movie. Groovy movie. Make it smaller a little bit for y'all. Back to this. How the fuck do you do... What? Nigga, 4036D55E. Fuck? How do you... What that say? I don't know.
like this.
Them niggas smart.
And there it was. At the end of a long string of numbers and letters was Aaron Barr's password, Kibafo33. They tried to access HB Gary Federal email account hosted on Google Apps, and it worked. Within 24 hours of learning about Aaron Barr's existence, this group of 4 anonymous hackers were inside his company email, watching him exchange messages with colleagues about how
I'm finna bite my tongue, but that's what happened when you fuck with the hackers. Why is you fucking with a hack group Bro, they don't trust you, bro. They hackers. They don't give a fuck about the government. They gonna hack your ass and then expose. I'm telling you, they finna expose this man XXX adult video history. Watch, I do that to a nigga. Expose what he watching, freaky man. Your wife white. This nigga watch nothing but black bitches on. You know what I'm saying? You got a white wife. He watch nothing but ebony. Like, I'm exposing you, bitch ass nigga. You try to come after me and my hack group? Get on his ass. When I watch reaction videos, I'm on the illegal team side. Unless it's some crime that I don't condone. But fuck the government, nigga.
How well the article had done and how happy he
Facts.
was about the situation. Not content with this level of access, they took to the internet to try his username, email and passwords on other websites.
Couldn't be me.
It's funny really that a security expert who spent years working for the Navy and now sold his expertise to corporations and potentially even the government had failed the first rule of operational security that you would tell your grandmother. Never use the same password across multiple accounts. The
Thank you. And that's why I don't even know my passwords. I don't even let my Apple iPhone do the little scan and shit and they save your passwords. I don't even do that. I might lose my phone and all you gotta do is do one password and they can get in all your shit. No, dead. I'm not doing it.
password, Kibafo33, worked not just on his business emails, but his Twitter, his Yahoo, Flickr, Facebook, and World of Warcraft accounts. At this point, the group could do pretty much anything they wanted at any time.
You know how petty you gotta be to hack a nigga Warcraft
They would
account?
use this
Bro, you hacked
weekend
his
to
game.
spy on Barr and download every shred of information they could from all of his accounts. In this investigation into the investigator, they discovered his plans to meet the FBI in 60 hours on Monday. This information sent the chat room into a mild panic. That is until they found his presentation PDF, which didn't list the names of anyone within this four-man group. They, however, saw his method of correlating anonymous hackers to Facebook accounts and decided he had no idea what he was doing. While some of the group went through all of this, T-Flow was compiling all of Barr's emails into a torrent, which he planned to release on the popular torrent website, the Pirate Bay. At the very same time, totally oblivious to what was going on and with about 30 hours until the Super Bowl kicked off, Barr was running security checks on his website,
You don't even know.
hbgaryfedbold.com, which was seeing more traffic
Right
than
under your
usual,
nose.
though none of which was
Like a crack rock.
organic. Barr had told Anonymous about his story and
They hacking this nigga right under his nose like he just hit a bump. I'm telling you. That's what happens when you fuck with them guys. Anybody on the black market or anybody that's in an organized gang, cartel, mafia, black market, I'm scared of y'all. I'm a bitch. I'm letting it be known I'm a bitch. Don't hack me. I'm a bitch. I'm on your side. If you want to recruit me, we can make some bucks. But if they offer me anything more than 10 years, I'm snitching. I'm a bitch. I can do my 5. I can do my 10 years strong, stand tall. Did nigga say 25? I'm snitching. If a nigga give me 25 to life, I'm snitching. I'm not gonna lie. What you want me to do? Bruh, do you see this? You can't wear this in jail. You can't do that in jail. And it's a lot of stiff legs. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. Snitching.
investigation, he'd expected they would perform distributed denial of service attacks on the website in retaliation, and if I had to guess, I'd say he was pretty smug about the fact that this was the sum of their wrath. Though it was only a mild inconvenience, he did still try to nip this in the bud and logged into one of his many fake Facebook profiles called Julian Goodspeak and spoke to one of his anonymous contacts called Commander X, who he
Made it
believed
worse.
was a senior member of Anonymous hierarchy.
Made it worse.
Barr thought he had the name of this individual, which he'd noted down in the investigation PDF as Benjamin Spock de Vries. This, as with most if not all of the investigation, was completely wrong.
Completely
He
wrong.
asked Commander X if he could perhaps do something about the DDoS, but unfortunately, he had no idea it was even happening.
With Byberg, commercial truck
Hold
insurance
on, let me
is
put this
just
in this
smart.
so I can This nigga thought he figured some shit out. He fucked around and found out. He fucked around some more and realized I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. This nigga tried to 1v squad some shit. You can't squad like them. They top 250. Nigga, you're not even prestige. Fun. You're not even prestige and you trying to 1v squad a top 250? Top 250? No. Slow your roll, too much dip on your chip.
"Not my doing," he replied. This, in context, should have let Barr know that his assumption about Anonymous having a traditional hierarchy was incorrect. And the organization instead was many smaller groups working under the umbrella of the same name. Commander X also, in this conversation, let Barr know that he'd taken a look at the HB Gary Federal website and that it looked vulnerable to attack. Quote, "I hope you're being paid well," he said. Despite receiving this warning, Barr did absolutely nothing with that information. It was now Sunday, game day, 11 hours.
Oh, you think he
until kickoff.
Thanos?
T-Flow had finished collecting all of the emails from not only Barr's account, but also Vera and Wallish as well. The torrent was ready to go. The group knew it was too late for Barr to do anything, and so decided it was time to toy with him a little bit. During their time in his emails, they
playing with
knew
their food.
about his super secret username in the Anon chats, and Topiary made contact. "Hello." Karganon replied, "Hi." The group were gathered around in a private chat coaching him on what to say. "Tell him you're recruiting for a new mission. Be careful. He may get suspicious quickly," they said. "We're recruiting for a new
Oh
operation
shit,
in
I
the
like
Washington
this.
area.
It's getting juicy.
Interested?"
It's getting juicy now. It's getting juicy, chat. Hold on. It's getting juicy now.
"Potentially, depends on what it is," Barr replied. Topiary was pasting responses into the private chat as they came. "Look at that F gamer word, trying to psyops me out of info," he said to the others. "I take it from your host that you are near where our target is," he said to Barr. "Is it physical or virtual?" "Ah, yeah, I am close," replied Barr. "Virtual, everything is placed," said Topiary. At this point, T-Flow made another chat room within the anonymous chat network called OPHB Gary, standing for Operation HB Gary, and started to invite people to join. Another hacker by the name AV Unit joined and asked, "Guys, is this really happening? Because this shit is awesome." Meanwhile,
this is totally wicked. Oh god, I flapped it off the Incredibles. I flapped little kid after Incredibles watching this right now. Oh god.
in the private conversation between Topiary and Barr, the group were twisting the screws. "Our target is a security company." Panic immediately hit Barr. Washington area, where
Hold on. We just got a lot more juicier. It's a lot more dip on that chip now. It's a lot more queso on that chip right there.
the conversation between Topiary and Barr, the group were twisting the screws. "Our target is a security company." Panic immediately hit Barr. Washington area, where he lived. Security company. This was about HB Gary. This was about him. This was about his company. He hastily wrote out an email and sent it to other HB Gary managers to warn them. Quote, "Now we are being directly threatened. I will bring this up with the FBI when I meet them tomorrow." The email read. Little did he know, this group who was speaking to him right now was watching the email being sent. "Okay, well, just let me know. Not sure how I can still help though," Barr replied to Topiary after he sent this email to the managers. "That depends. What skills do you have? We need help gathering info on Liggett.com security company," replied Topiary. Relief washed over Barr. He now thought he was safe. Liggett was in the same line of work, in the same area.
Gas smoke.
He wasn't the target.
Wait, it's not called gas smoke. Smoke screen. Smoke screened them. Smoke screen. They smoke screened them. Look over there. But I'm over here. Come on now. Classic in a buck. Classic in a buck. Can't get me like that.
Gary was safe.
No.
Okay, let me check them out. It's
Not
been
going.
a while since I've looked at them. Anything specific? Barr said to Topiary, but he didn't reply.
Let me twist this up.
I didn't realize they were local to DC. Man, I'm racking my brain and I can't remember why they were so popular a while ago. I remember there being a lot of aggression towards them. Still no reply. You still there? At this point, Topiary was busy planning with the team. He replied about 45 minutes later, "Sorry about that. Stay tuned." "Okay," Barr replied. The relief Barr felt was short-lived. Shortly after this exchange is when Barr checked his phone and discovered things had gone badly. It can't be overstated just how badly. For any average person being hacked, that's a nightmare. The idea of strangers going through your personal correspondence.
Bruh. Only thing they'll find if a hacker go through my phone is probably I told like 4 bitches I love them this week. And I want to have that baby and I want to get their name tatted on me. That's the only thing a hacker will find if they go through my phone is me telling 4 different females I love them, I'm going to get that name tatted, and I want to have a baby. Facts. I ain't gonna lie. You hacking my phone, that's all you're going to see. I be lying. You got to lie, bro. Oh, God.
Or having access to intimate information regarding your life. It's awful. For Barr, however, he was a cybersecurity expert. His job was based on the perception he knew how to prevent this from happening and could charge you large sums of money to make sure you remain safe, to make sure your company remains safe. What does it say about your business when the leader fails so utterly in exactly what he's selling.
He ass.
His pride or ego wouldn't help him though. The
Ass.
next step was to
That's
contact
why.
his partners, Greg and Penny, to
Ass
tell them what was happening.
juice.
Then to
Garbage.
contact his IT admins who recommended contacting Google to try and regain control of the website. None of this, however,
Google
would
can't help
recover the
you.
emails, and that was the big problem.
Google
At this
can't
point,
help you.
Topiary and the rest of the group began their plan for real, as this was just phase one. First, they logged into Bar's Twitter and started to post the way Anonymous typically would. Okay, my fellow Anonymous F gamer word, we're working on bringing you the finest laws as we speak. Stay tuned. Another tweet reads, "Sup motherfuckers, I'm CEO of a shitty company and I'm a giant media whoring C-word. Check out my N-word Greg."
Hold on. Why they hackers are assholes? I mean, that is the best thing to do. Bro, this Anonymous hacked this white man and had this nigga typing nigga on his Twitter. It's like if Anonymous hacked Elon Musk and got this nigga saying nigga all down Twitter. Bro, you know how fucking hilarious that is? I don't give a fuck. I'ma laugh. I ain't gonna lie. I'ma laugh. If Elon Musk say nigga, I'm laughing. What I care for? Oh God. I forgot what I was gonna say. My grandma called me. I forgot. Finna back up at the rolling up. Excuse me.
I'm CEO of a shitty company and I'm a giant media whoring C-word. Check out my N-word Greg site, rootkit.com. Followed by tweets containing all of Bar's personal information. I'm talking his social security number, his phone number, his address, literally everything. Now for context, rootkit.com was Hoagland's website dedicated to programming tools that could invisibly gain access to a computer system. You see, after initial access was gained to Bar's server, and while the rest of the group were compiling Bar's information and trolling him over the weekend, Sabu and Kayla had been attempting to gain administrator access on the rootkit.com server.
Administrator
In part,
access.
They were able to accomplish this due to Bar having been an administrator of the company email system, which let his account reset the passwords of other inboxes, including Hoagland's. While inside of Hoagland's email accounts, they sent emails to one of HB Gary's admins, a Finnish security specialist, attempting to ironically gain root access to rootkit.com. "I'm in Europe and need to SSH into the server," said Sabu, pretending to be Hoagland. SSH stands for Secure Shell, a way
Yeah, I
of
was like,
logging
what the
into a
hell that
server
mean?
from a remote location. "Are you on a public computer?" replied the admin. "No, I don't have the public IP with me at the moment because I'm ready for a small meeting and I'm in a rush. If anything, just reset my password to ChangeMe123 and give me public IP and I'll SSH and reset my password," said Sabu. "Okay, your password is ChangeMe123 smiley face. In Europe, but not in Finland, ? Replied the admin. "If I can squeeze out the time, maybe we can catch up. I'll be in Germany for a little bit."
Find glasses that fit your
Bro, these niggas is fucking them. Bro, you let Anonymous hack your shit, then hack your partner shit, then hack the hacking of the hack. This is a whole bunch of hacks and they hacked your dumb ass. Moral of the story, don't fuck with them boys. I'm not fucking with them boys.
Finished Sabu. Though the password didn't work, he continued to email him, pretending to be Hoagland, and somehow not remembering his username, asking if it was Greg, but being reminded it was Hoagland by said admin. Social engineering success. Though looking at this from an outsider perspective, it seems incredibly obvious that this situation was one big red flag.
Facts.
I mean, how do you not remember your own username being your actual name?
Facts.
It mattered not though, they were in at every level. As soon as they had this access, they deleted everyone else's usernames and passwords, changed the page to a simple HTML reading, Greg Hoagland equals owned. After that, they did the same to
Boy, you fucking dog shit. That's all I can say. You got fucking owned. You got fucking owned. Garbage.
hbgaryfederal.com, removing the homepage and replacing it with the anonymous logo, though in place
Facts.
of the head was a question mark, and at the
Ooh.
bottom there was a link that said, quote, "Download HB Gary emails," directing anyone who clicked to the torrent T-Flow had created. In addition, there was a message written by Topiary that read as follows: "This domain has been seized by Anonymous under Section 14 of the Rules of the Internet. Greetings, HB Gary, a computer security company.
Nigga say you
Your
broke
recent
the
claims of
universal law of the
infiltrating
internet.
Anonymous
Your shit
users
mine now."
and subbed your attempts at using Anonymous as a means to garner press attention for yourself. How's this for attention? You've tried to bite at the Anonymous hand, and now the Anonymous hand is bitch slapping you in the face." That was it. The hack was over. Everything
Anonymous said, nigga, front hand or backhand? Anonymous asked that nigga front hand or backhand, then proceed to backhand a mid convo. As soon as he said smack,
that could have been done had
Oh,
been,
God.
and Barr's life was ruined. He tried to use Anonymous as a vehicle to save his business, to elevate his reputation above his peers, and to enrich himself. In part, it worked better than he could ever have expected. He
You
got
thought he
more
was finna
press
get away?
attention than he could ever have
he
dreamed
fuck
of,
with the big dogs.
but no one would ever be able to trust his security expertise ever again.
Ever
Now, to go
again.
into a
He
couple more
asked.
details, at the point of when he knew he'd been hacked, but before the entire meltdown, before everything had been published, with nothing left to lose, Barr logged onto the anonymous chat room to confront Sabu, Tiflo, Topiary, and Kegler. He was invited to a room
He got
called
bows.
Operation HB
Got
Gary,
bows.
and he took notes of the usernames. Some he recognized from his grand investigation, and others that were completely new. As he entered, immediately the taunts began. Now they're threatening us directly.
Hey, imagine you get hacked, they invite you to the chat, and then they come in there and start joining you. Yeah, bitch ass nigga, you thought you had one. Nigga, we was up the whole time. Yeah, remember that email you sent? Nigga, I married. Nigga, I'm the one nigga, I sent that bitch. Imagine a nigga telling you, yeah, remember that email you sent to tell on us? Nigga, I'm the one who sent that bitch. Boy, I'm telling you, that nigga heart failed his ass on God.
Am I right? Said Topiary, clearly referencing the email Barr hastily sent to warn HB Gary management when originally he
Oh my
trolled him into
God.
believing he was the target of the operation, which of course it turns out he was. Enjoying the Super Bowl, I hope, said Q, a new member of the group whom joined just to witness the aftermath. Well, Mr.
That'd
Barr,
been me.
I apologize for what's about to happen to you and your company, said T-Flow, the one who had orchestrated the entire operation in the first
You're
place.
not sorry.
I figured something like this would happen, said Barr. Nah, you won't like what's coming next, replied Topiary.
Oh, he cooked.
Dude, you just don't get it. It was research on social media vulnerabilities. I was never going to release the names, pleaded Barr. Liar. Don't you have a meeting with the FBI Monday morning, said Sabu. Sabu, he totally does, replied Topiary.
Call his fucking bluff. I think he forgot that he got. Let me show y'all how unintellectual people are. You went after a hacking group. They hacked your whole fucking computer. They got everything from the video games to your adult videos. They hacked your shit. Then you try to join that group chat after they hacked your shit and say, bruh, I wasn't really gonna tell the world. They're like, nigga, we hacked your shit. Did you forget we hacked your shit, you goofy nigga? Like, that's what I would have told him. I would have sent him a voice message. And this is what the voice message would have said. Hey, bitch. You tried to hack me, bitch. Hack these nuts, bitch. Oh, damn, my bad. You say you weren't gonna snitch. I was sending a picture of my ball sack. No, Diddy. I would have sent a nigga picture of my ball sack. No, Diddy.
At this point, Barr knew that lying was useless. They knew everything. Okay, yep, they called me, he said. Oh guys, what's coming next is the delicious cake, replied Topiary. I have Barr's, Ted's, and Phil's emails. All 68,000, said T-Flow.
Crazy
Those emails
work.
are going to be pretty, replied Hoosh, another member that joined to witness the lulls. Lol, okay guys, well you got me, right? Smiley face, said Barr, clearly defeated at this point.
Cool.
Well, Aaron, thank you for taking part in this little mini social test to see if you'd run to your company with news about Anon. You did, we leached it, we laughed, die in a fire, you are done, said Topiary, bringing their interaction with Barr
Oh, you
to
don't
an
fuck with
abrupt
them.
end. After this, Barr called in Penny Levy to try and speak to the anonymous group and reason with them to stop the madness. At first, they were even polite, though it soon devolved and ended. Please do not release the HB Gary emails. There is private information there of clients, she said.
Who cares?
Shouldn't be sending emails you don't want your mother reading, said Hey Guys, another new face. Dozens of innocent people could have got
I'm finna start telling bitches that. You shouldn't be doing shit your mama don't condone of, bitch. I like that. That's a bar.
your mother reading, said Hey Guys, another new face. Dozens of innocent people could have gone to jail, replied Sabu, referring to Barr's investigation, which seemed to randomly link people to anonymous cyber attacks, despite there being little to no evidence. And so the emails were released. The hack concluded, communications broke down as there was nothing more to be said. The initial hack was retaliation for Barr's claims of being capable of exposing Anonymous, which was a danger to people who operated under that umbrella. It wasn't until the hack was a success that this particular group of Anon found evidence of extremely dirty tricks and intricate plans of devious intent, such as smear campaigns against trade unions and cyber attacks against websites like WikiLeaks. Some people saw this information and retroactively applied that this vigilante justice would be justified, and the group became legendary amongst anonymous circles. In a secret chat, the group celebrated.
How do I sign up
showing
for a
the back of
friend?
their mind,
Ask
they
for a
knew
friend.
that this escapade had painted a target on their back. That thought didn't stop them from making plans, though. If they could bring down a cybersecurity company this easily, the sky was the limit, and so they banded together against new targets. No one was safe. A media institution, an entertainment Goliath, not even the FBI itself, all in the name of Anonymous, and all for the lulz.
For the laws.